big welcome to you, Libra. Now again is your reading. We are in the month of March, going closer and closer to the equinox, or to day and night, right, is equal, which is also something that you know. Yeah? In fall, we have the fall equinox. We have in fall the equal day and the equal night. And now again in Aries. But right now, the sun is in Pisces, right? In our subconscious, in this deep search for who are we, where we come from, what is all this about, searching for love, right? And the sun is this extroverted energy. And to be extroverted is to look out, is to have an eye, right? An healthy eye. I always say the eye can be very healthy because it lets us know that we are different. But an unhealthy eye is then becomes an ego, and it needs to go, right? Ego. So this is the sun in Pisces. We're looking at our own selves as that fleeting energy that just keeps being here for a very short amount of time, right? When we look at how old the planets are, when we look how old the Earth is, when we look how old the universe is, we are literally not even a second, right, here on this planet, and make a big significance. And still, as we look out right now, there is a shift happening, right? Obviously, we humans have not realized many things yet, and that's okay, right? Sometimes I'm a little wondering why people get so upset at others. Why? Because they're not there yet, right? Kind of like, it's kind of this like, okay, where's this your consciousness? And it's exactly what the highlighting here is, right? Is the moon is this dark planet. We would not even see it if the sun is not giving a light to it. And so here the question is always, what is beyond these two towers? What is beyond these two, right, symbols of the moon, of the waning and waxing moon, of the moon itself, the symbol? Then we have evolution, we have a wolf and a dog, and we have here this scarabæus, right, an Egyptian beetle. And they loved it because it was like shiny and had like a beautiful, like iridescent, all colors in it. So they were fascinated by this animal, right? So here, this is just that you know, I do this each reading, right, so that you understand where the sun is in, because you only get once a month a reading from me. I need to feel your energy. Right now the moon is in Libra, but the sun is in Pisces. And so the combination of these two happens only once a month. And such is this a special moment for you. And I really want to do it on the day so that I can feel what I feel, and I can transmit the energy better to you. So you get this after, which is better, because then it's not like, oh, well, she predicted something. It's not about that. It's about looking at these cards and hopefully be inspired by them to want to evolve, because maybe you as an air sign are not very connected to water sign and don't understand how much emotions these kind of people can have, right? Because you're an air sign, so you're more mental, you're more like up in the air, and water is down and it's heavy, you know, it's on the ground, and it's emotions, and you are thoughts, but emotions also create these thoughts. So the Golden Dawn Brotherhood had Mr. Edward Waite and Mr. Crawley, right? We're in this secret brotherhood. And the interesting thing is this was created by men, and so here the men were guiding the women. He also had a woman. It were the women who were painting these cards, but the man had the knowledge and gave it to the women, right? So here you see the evolution. This was 1910 and this was around 1944, and this was 1888, right? So you can see an evolution in how these cards were actually portrayed by these people. So as you can see, the evolution here of the moon, then I have a woman, native Indian woman. Her name is Carol Bridges, the medicine woman, right? And it's just kind of beautiful the way she drew these cards. Very simple, very naive, but very clear also how the moon is giving the information, is the grandmother, right? This is our German decks. I don't have the English decks, they're somewhere else. So these are the grandmothers giving us the information. Why? Because the grandmothers are the ones that have lived the life and have the knowledge and give us, and they also protect us, right? They watch over our sleep. So is the moon watching over our sleep, and it's at night where we get through the dreams the information of, if we have nightmares, we need to look into it and say, why do I have nightmares? If I have beautiful dreams, then of course clearly you have a beautiful life. Here another card of Mystic Mondays. She also clearly has a woman, almost like the red, it's like the blood flow. And the towers here, I haven't really figured out what these towers are. She doesn't explain them. But as you can see, right, so there is ways of showing how we can do these cards. Now, I show you my evolution of these cards. And the first was that I painted here the moon rising, the sign, right, the fish pose, up dog, down dog, the scarabæus crawling up. Then I changed and I added how the light is changing. So the white triangle and the black, this is the night and this is the day. The moon, the up dog, the down dog, looking still into, right? This is the dog and this is the wolf. And then I made another card where I clearly wanted not anymore the universe up here with the light, right? It was too dark. I wanted the light. And here, deep down, I need to move this position so this wolf still looks into the subconscious. And the evolution, the dog looks up into the higher conscious, right? So these are yoga positions that I created for the Pisces for the moon. Good, now we come to you. And you, of course, justice, right? Or equilibrium. Aleister Crowley also calls you equalness, right? Being equal. And he says this is not just, this card. It's not about justice, because nature isn't just. Nature isn't saying, well, I'm only like, killing through an earthquake the bad people. It doesn't do that. It's whoever is in that moment, in that landslide or in that volcano. They're just finding in Pompeii these almost intact kind of sceneries, right, of people that have died. And there is a nobleman and a slave lying next to each other. So there's no justice, right, in nature, but nature is exact. And that's really what, in the end, these cards want to let us know, right? So when we look, we have the yang and the yin. We have Venus and Saturn, and then we have the moon phases here. Of course, then Mr. Edward Waite, he kind of the sword, and it's almost like the swastika, which is an Indian symbol, the arms. Aleister Crowley, he holds the swords in the center. She stands on her tiptoes. The planets behind her, almost here, like a opening, like a vagina, kind of, right? And then we have, of course, again, the native Indian harmony. And the harmony is held by this couple, and they cohabiting here in this beautiful harmonious circle, and they're holding it. You can see that they're upholding it, and it's kind of saying the older you get, right, the more wise you get, the more you are including everything into a system. Then here again, Mystic Mondays. And here I have Handel Tarot, and why I have the Handel Tarot on this one, I didn't use it in the moon because it wasn't so special, right? Even though it's also very old deck. The feathers of the peacock, and the feathers of the peacock are having a lot of meaning in saying that, let's say, the Indians were using the peacocks as that karmic, right? You basically incarnation and karma, that everything has a law in what you send out is what you get back. So it's in a way almost like that's your justice. The justice is when you send out negative things, right? So maybe both of these people, the slave and the person or the nobleman, were holding negative energy. I don't know, right? It's like I just want you to think about things. And of course, there is a law in a way saying we are understanding. And again, look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 eyes of these feathers, right? I always call them the eyes. This number 8 was the original back then card number, because the 8 is, when it's turned around, infinite. But the problem is because of the Leo is following, right, the chariot, and so he holds still the original number in here, meanwhile made out of it the number 11, right? Also here it's the number 11, here it is the number 11, and Aleister Crowley made it the number 8 card, which is Libra, right? But it doesn't work because Libra doesn't come after Cancer. So they wanted to keep the order of the zodiac signs, but here he added basically the number 8 as that original back then. And so 11 or 8 is equal, right? Is equalness. And of course they also say the 11th card is the center. So the justice, the equilibrium, or the nature as that central card of all the major arcanas. There are 22, so 11 is the center. Makes also sense to me, right? But I really like how he included the old original card, and of course Crowley was like, no, it's the number 8, it's not the 11, right? So the Leo is now the number 11, and it just doesn't make sense to me, right? It's like it doesn't belong there. But you know, each tarot reader is of course going to one or another side, but we have to incorporate that, of course, right, with you, as that you could be an 8, you could be that infinite loop, right? And into the 8 any number can be divided, right? The 2, the 4, and the 2 and the 4, right? but not the 3 or the 5. So 11, which I find fascinating and more right for me, is 11 we do not use, becomes the 2. And again, it's between these two things that we have to decide, or you always make a decision between two things. And 11 usually doesn't get counted together because it's a master number. So in itself, the 11 is a more powerful number than the 8. The 8 is in itself extremely powerful because it's that equilibrium between inhale and exhale. It's that constant, everything comes and goes and moves, right? But the 11 is a master number, right? And I go with 11, right? You are the 11th card for me. I'm going to give you here a little bit of a evolutionary scenery that how I wanted to make this card a yoga card again, of course. Plank is holding. Plank is kind of also this strength, right? Holding a strength, being on your tiptoes, because Aleister Crowley made her stand on her tiptoes. And you don't really see it so properly, right? And of course, she in the original pose stands, then she sits, right? And then here it's a man and a woman, which I also really like. Here it's just a hand of a woman with fingernails painted, right? And then of course here again, no personality in it. So this was the first, right? So this is the moon moving in front of the sun. And if we go this way, we have a full moon. Then in us sometimes this darkness can pervade, but there is light. Here, when we are in the light, right, sometimes the moon moves in front of the light. So we're looking here into the future, and here we're looking into the past. So this is where I played around with, and then I painted this card. And of course, again, on her tiptoes, she has the Venus. She has the crossing right in front of her toes. She stands on that sign of the Libra, the sword coming down the sun. And then of course I started to paint it again because I incorporated now that this is again the equal day and equal night moment, right? The equinox, which here I only drew it in a black and in a white triangle, but then I wanted to also like show that this is the light, here is the light, and here's the here's the dark and here's the light, right? Here's the night and here's the day. So this is kind of like, and then of course the understanding that when you hold your hands in Namaste, that's where you hold yourself in your balance. When you're in front of the heart, the third eye, here I made like lightning coming out of her third eye. And so as you see, right, this card is also evolving out of me because it takes time. Good. If you are born, where's your card? Here you are. For some reason I put you back into my shelf. Okay, if you are born between the 12th of September 12th and October 12th, you are the classical Queen of Swords, right? If you have your birthday earlier, then you are Knight of Pentacles, and if later you are a King of Cups. So here, again, she cuts the ego off, right? As maybe now today we have in the reading this feeling, all the queens are connected to water. And again, she has this one bird flying over her, right? She can be single. She likes to be alone. So the emotional part is half of the card, and up here she's clear, right? So when you go up and meditate, you are clear. Then here, Aleister Crowley, also she holds the head in her hand. Here she doesn't. And then here in this card, you are the Queen of Swords. You are the power place of arrows, right? And then here in the handle, you are Nuit. Nuit is the French word for night. And Nuit is a goddess, a powerful goddess. You can see the stars. It's a beautiful picture with 1, 2, 3 points. And I'm still learning about these cards, so I just want you to see them because I have ordered the book. I got the deck as a gift and I ordered the book, and I need to understand how this person was also translating these cards, right? So, Moon in Libra. And then it's a bright day, it's a shiny day today. Still cold, but not as cold as it was in February. You can already feel March has begun. You, Libra, are connected with the Venus, right, which I painted behind this woman. Right, this is the symbol of the Venus with the crossing, and it's almost like this is the Wheel of Fortune also behind her, like giving her insight into another dimension. Wow. Immediately something is jumping out. I love that. Then you are... Well, on your days, we like to eat fats and oily things, nuts and stuff. And then you are connected to the endocrine system. Then also physically, you are connected to the hips, to your bladder, to your kidneys. So it's very important that you drink a lot of water. I always say fill a water bottle. And when you notice in the afternoon it's not empty, just finish. Just literally gulp it down, drink it. And then you can fill another one, and then hopefully you drink that one by the evening. So you have 2 liters at least in your body. Very important for you. Because you tend to dry up. You're very open. You're very creative. And look at you. You're standing here in front of I don't know what. Maybe you finally standing up and you say, this is who I am. I show myself. This, I don't want to hide. I am standing glorious, victorious, right? Because this is Jupiter in Leo, right? Jupiter, again, the Wheel of Fortune, which I painted here behind her. Here in this one, it's a little stronger, right? All the colors, the rainbow colors of my Wheel of Fortune card, which comes before, right? It's the number 10, this is the number 11. And so Jupiter is spinning, is putting you right now into a fire, into an energy where you are standing up and show yourself fully, clearly. You are victorious. You are saying here, this is who I am. I am triumphant. I am proud of who I am. I'm standing here. Look at me, right? We don't really see people. We only see hands, right? So it's not that it's that she's like a rock star or that she's like, you know, any special person. It's just like anybody can stand there. And you, Queen of Swords, tend to be more in a more secluded kind of place, right? You're not the kind of woman that goes out and look at me, right? You more through the introverted energy. You go more inwards because you clear, but also this extroverted energy is very good for you, right? You're more in your mind because you are an air sign. And it shows that you say, no, I want to go out, and 6 is connected to the Lovers. So you are stepping out and saying, here I am, and loving myself so much I can show myself. 6 from the Tree of Life, from the Kabbalistic Tree of Life, is Tiferet, and that's beauty. And there lies beauty in the harmony, right? There lies an awareness in the 6. 6 is connected to the sun, the number 6. So 666 is not the devil, it's the sun. So a lot of people have diluted some of the messages because they didn't want us to be as powerful as we could be, right? And self-love is one of the biggest illusions that the church was trying to make us not realize, right? They kind of wanted you to look up to a God, and that the God is letting you know, I love you. But you need to love yourself, right? And when I say need, it's important that you understand that. You have to love yourself, and then everything else will fall into place, right? God loves you anyway, but you don't have to wait for God to love you. Okay? Okay, this is perfect for you because you love to have a new thought, a new kind of thinking is coming to you while you're standing up there and showing yourself, and while you understand the cycle has moved on and you are creating now, or a new thought is coming to you, right? The Ace of Sword, or the Ace of Idea, the Ace of, inspiration, the Ace of Seeing, the Ace of Whirling Force, or the Ace of Justice, right? This is connected to you. So there is a clear thought coming to you. A creative idea, because you are in a phase of ecstatic being yourself, standing there, feeling, connecting, and knowing this is who I am. She stands there, not in a nightgown, not in a particular dress. She stands there, but a little bit dressed up, nice. And when you look, the arms are going in it, and this ray is coming down. So she's almost like she's saying, please bring me a clear thought. Please let me, right? It's almost like I'm worshiping the light. I'm worshiping 1, 2, 3, 4 lights. For stability, but it's this higher consciousness, right? And then 1 is coming down. 1 is saying, yep. And I love, she has a different signs around the spiral thought, right? Is that here's mathematical, here's the web of the bee, here's the infinity, here's like, it's different. And of course, one crow, right? One crow flying up. So you are very excited, right? What are you gonna do now with this thought? What are you gonna do? Right? You have this creative idea. You are in a excited phase. You're happy and you enjoying this moment of inspiration, right? Deep inspiration is so beautiful. And what you're gonna do with it, you go deeper within, into the hermit. Meditating, right? Allowing yourself to understand, which was before you. We had a full moon in Virgo on Saturday. So you feel that this thought is, you see yourself, or you're going from within, you see the stairs, here the stairs. Everything's stairs, right? We go up, but we can also go down. So here you are, the hermit, going to understand who I am, because you have understood a deeper love, and you proclaim it. I love myself, I'm happy with myself, and now I go deeper within and see collaboration, working, right? And working maybe more on myself, working with other people, enjoying the process of working with other people. I keep them underneath. Then in this working, you can emotionally move forward, right? Letting go of something. Because when we look deep within and we work on it, maybe also through others help us to work on it, we can emotionally walk away from the 8, from an infinite loop of maybe something that wasn't working, and where you're going, wow, look at this, from 8 to 9. To an absolute happiness, to the 9, to the independence. Right, the 8 of Cups is Saturn in Pisces, which is right now Pisces, right? The moon is in Pisces. Sorry, the sun is in Pisces. The moon is in Pisces. Of course the moon is in Pisces. The sun is in Pisces. And then here, again, this is Jupiter in Pisces, right? So you liberated yourself, and now you took action to summon this one clear thought, which is this one clear thought floating right above your head, right? This is you, this one sword. This is this one idea, this one raven, clear thinking. It's almost like you are asking God or higher consciousness to bring you this one clear thought. This one clear thought brought you the hermit, and the hermit is always looking deep within, and you've been working on yourself deep within, and that's why you are able to walk away and walk to the 9, to an independence, to a happiness, to a complete realization, because the 9 is connected to Yesod, is the foundation, and in this foundation in this foundation you have found an understanding of these cycles, right? Because it starts, of course, with Ace on the Tree of Life. Ace, the number 1, right? And we have 2, 3, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is here, and 9 is here, and then the 10 is below of the Tree of Life, right? And here in the 9, we're still learning something, but here we have understood something, and that's why we're able to again come into this position. Right now it's from the side. She's literally like, yes, I am freeing myself, I'm opening up myself, I'm moving forward, I worked on myself, and I enjoy myself, I enjoy my happiness. And it's funny because sometimes it's this sparkling treasure, and here you have realized you are the sparkling treasure yourself. Something has profoundly shifted you. Something has, and you see here the light gently coming, and here it's like, yes, I'm completely opening myself up to a new opportunity, because then comes the 10, absolute happiness. This is like the perfect success, emotional success. But already here you are, of course, more how would I say, a more an independent success, while the 10 is more a family relationship success, emotional success, of course, right? Okay, there comes another one. And so the spark, the spiritual spark, has shown itself, right? Something has come down. When you ask for it, you ask for this thought to come down, and now you are literally saying, yes, here I am, living my happiness. Now, here is a Virgo and here is a Taurus, 2 earth signs, right? Which is very grounding to you. So if you have people that are grounded, a Virgo or Taurus, great for you, right? Surround yourself with earthy people. Now, if you are yourself coming into this earthiness, into this groundedness, the better. Really good for you, right? So here you are, seeing this more inner work, right? This is the Hermit. The Hermit looks within. There's this inner alchemical energy. And then the Taurus is the one that says, now I am grounded, I am sitting here, I am happy with just myself, sitting here, doing nothing, enjoying my life, being the Taurus, being, right, an earth sign, being a symbol. Okay, so this came upside down. But nevertheless, I see that you have arrived at yourself and you see the 2 sides of you, right? One is like this. And here the eyes are open. And one is like this, and here the eyes are closed. Right? So, as you can see in this movement, the spinning of Jupiter, the spiraling of your thoughts is spinning. It's always spinning. So when you hear And you can be here when you go deep within and you walked away, right, from something that wasn't working. So something came up and you look at this situation. You see that you went through a difficult situation. All you need to do is just turn it around again. I read you. I put these together. I read you. I have 8 cards here now. I read you this card upside down, what it means, because it's very interesting when we read, right, the cards and see what will resonate to you to the rest of the cards. Consequences, retribution, karma, injustice and inequity, dishonesty, imbalance, a need to take responsibility for your past actions. A need to take responsibility for your past actions, I feel. I don't feel there is like extreme negativity right now. I think that you just have to look closer at yourself, and it's kind of this, right? It's the only card where I would say, okay, right, you walking away. Maybe you walking away from yourself. A need to take responsibility for your past actions, right? That's what I feel is this saying. And karma, maybe there's a karmic cycle, right, coming to you. And there's still in this sun shining into Pisces, shining into your subconscious. There's still stuff that needs to come out, that needs to be, right? Let's see, I want to get maybe one more card. If not, I take the card underneath. Nevertheless, you arrive at yourself, right? You arrive at yourself, of course, upside down. So not yet fully, clearly at yourself. And here's the Queen of Wands, which is an Aries. It means in now, when the moon or the sun in the moon is finished and moves into Aries. Look in the description box, right? There is a specific time frame where this action is happening. This energy is saying, yes, you will find the power to, right, change this card, right? To see the spark, to see the light, to see this spark always, to see the inner light, right, will now come to you, to see that it's all you need is you. And keep working on yourself, right? Keep working, collaborating with other people, and walk away slowly from things that don't work, right? And you have experienced yourself in this extreme happiness, in this understanding of this light within you is all you need, right? And then you have these two coming right at you, saying, hey, even though you are already experiencing an extroverted happiness, there's still, of course, more to look at, to find that within yourself, right? I will look now underneath. Yeah, everything is coming and going. Everything is shifting. The Two of Pentacles is Jupiter in Capricorn. And Jupiter, again, is here Jupiter is here and Jupiter is here, right? So this wheel of fortune, this understanding that it's behind you, the wheel is spinning, right? Here, the wheel. And here I kind of painted it like it's almost like this is the universe is behind in the Venus. The wheel is turning. The wheel is always giving us the next momentum in life. And that's what this card is also saying. It's spinning, it's moving. Everything that's up is down. I just want one card for the Justice. Why is the Justice reversed? Is there more work to be looked at? And it's interesting because I was talking about the 8 and the 11. Remember that here the card number 8 right? The 11 and the 8. See this? The 8 points of the peacock. The karmic and the right, giving what you send out is what you get back. So something is coming here. And so this is the traditional 8, infinite 8. And it's this understanding of to become and to be. No, it's the understanding of where was I, who I will become, and who I will be. This incarnation and karmic cycle, it's almost like it's speaking about that. So there is a karmic energy. There is this law of what I send out is what I get back. Why is Justice reversed? Why is Justice reversed for Libra? Focusing. Okay. 3. It's a lot, but we will go through them. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so this month, Pisces, Sun in Pisces, here's the Knight of Love, the Knight of Cups, will bring you forward very quickly, because you've got to learn to be happy with yourself. You've got to learn to be 3 of Cups, happy, right? 8 of Wands, very fast. You will come to an emotional happiness, Temperance, where the lovers have transcended into a new alchemical, this inner lovers, right? The lovers is something with the 6 of Wands, and you get 6 of Inspiration, again the 6 of Wands, same card, 6 of Wands, so that this inspiration keeps on flowing. And the Wheel of Fortune is keep on spinning, because that's what you got a lot, Jupiter. And again, the 2 of Pentacles. Everything is spinning, everything is coming and going. Everything is up and down. Everything is saying, well, what was up was down. The moon is spinning. Everything is giving you, one day you're happy, one day you're not happy. But this is going to happen really fast. There's a big shift happening for you of love, of loving, of being really loving. And this is a Gemini, the lovers. Of loving yourself, or again, of course, finding this deeper awareness, or another round of love. You see the spiral? Another deeper round of love, of self-love. So you're not done yet. You still need to look a little deeper. But you can do it because you have the Virgo here. And everything is just okay the way it is. Good. You will arrive at this deep self-love. So don't sweat it. Whatever you're walking away and whatever is still needs to be looked at, remember law. The law is that whatever you send out, you will get back, right? Karma is a bitch. Because it's right there, coming back right at you. Okay. There we go. Thank you so much for being with me, for watching. Sorry that these videos upload a little late. I have difficulties. Everybody's on the internet and I have difficulty. It takes me hours and hours to upload these videos right now. Because I think everybody's on the internet, and so it's been a little rough because, yeah, I want them to be out as soon as I'm done, right? But sometimes it takes hours and hours. So let's hope I will get them out as quick as I can. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Take one card, meditate on this, and just see what comes up for you. Thank you for watching. Namaste.